How did music theory help me with rhythm? Well, when I first started learning guitar, I just tried to stay with the beat. I didn't know what that meant, but I did it. I stayed with the beat, tried to stay on it. Now I would rush. I would get, I play too slow sometimes. Took me a while to get on the beat, but I got on the beat, but I didn't understand what I was doing. And then sometimes when I have a fast passage, I just couldn't play it. I didn't know where in time to play each of these notes. So music theory, the first thing I learned from music theory was meter, how the song is divided. I could tell from the songs I was learning that every 4 measures we would repeat, or every 8 measures we would repeat. So I could see that in song structure all on my own, that things are divided in a song that you repeat. But how the song was divided, form, those things I started learning a little bit about. But the big thing was time signatures. Most everything I started playing in was 4/4. 4 beats per measure, and a quarter note gets a beat. But then I started learning these songs that had a different feel to it. 4/4 was kind of straight ahead. 3/4 was kind of side to side. I heard these songs that made you kind of go side to side. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This feeling of 3 in there. How is that split? How do you split those measures? And then I learned about 3/4. 3/4 is 3 beats per measure, and a quarter note gets the beat. Then you had 6/8, 12/8, all sorts of different 5/4, 7/4. Learned how I could carve up time differently in a song. And I learned that with each of these different time signatures, I could play a song or write a song that made me feel different. It had a different feel to it. It was a different tool in songwriting for me. It was very, very, very important. Next thing about music theory that helped me with rhythm is knowing what the strong and the weak beats are. So let's talk about strong and weak beats. I'm going to go here. Strong and weak beats. You hear a bunch of different terms. Downbeat is one that you hear a lot. Upbeat, right? And then the other one is backbeat. And people are not really sure what the difference between those is. Downbeat's the easy one. That's usually the first beat of each measure. 1. It also can be thought of as the first beat and the third beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the strong beats, the strongest beats, the downbeats. 1, 2, 3. I'm snapping on each downbeat, right? Why is it called a downbeat? Well, I had taken music theory class and we did a little basic conducting. And I learned the basic conducting is you start at the top with your hand, you go down to the right, to the left, and back up for 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So beat 1 is down. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Makes sense. The downbeat. Okay. And it's, like I said before, it's set on 1 or 3. But then I heard something called the upbeat. Well, what's an upbeat? That doesn't make any sense. The upbeat is the beat before the downbeat. It's the beat before you start over again. Well, I started thinking about that conductor. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going up. So the 4 beat goes up before we hit the downbeat, which is 1. So it's the weak beat right before the strongest beat, the upbeat. But the one I heard in rock the most was backbeat. You hear it from the Beatles. Backbeat was a term that's thrown around a lot. Well, what is that? I was thought, that's interesting. What's the backbeat? But I know what the downbeat and the upbeat is. Well, some people say the backbeat is the 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those beats are the snare drum in a rock song. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the backbeat, right? And some say it's also the offbeats. I've heard it said that the backbeat is if you're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. If you do eighth notes, the ends of eighth notes. I hear people say those are the backbeats too. I call those offbeats. That makes more sense to me. So to me, backbeat is the 2 and the 4, and offbeats are the ends of those things. Hey, thanks for watching. I've got something for you. It's my free practice routine mini course. It's called Get Moving Guitar, and you can get it by clicking the link below in the description. If you would like to support the podcast, and get more of this content that's actually designed to help you become the guitarist that you always wanted to be, sign up for my VIP supporter program for as little as $3 a month. You get access to my private VIP podcast. And I will see you soon in the next video.